Thank you very much. I'm gonna tell you about NFTs today, the revolution, what's going on, and the keywords here are traceability and digital property. So let me introduce myself very quickly. I'm an artist, so I've been painting for almost 20 years now, traditional art that I sell in art galleries in the world. And I have discovered the world of NFTs almost 2 years ago. 2 years is like an eternity in this field. And I've read about it a lot, and I've started to buy my first NFT. That was beginning of 2021, and it was bought on a marketplace, a website called Nifty Gateway. And Nifty Gateway at that time was the only website where you could buy an image as an NFT with a credit card. So that's what I did. I browsed all along the website, and I found an image that I liked, and I've bought it for $500. And at the time, I thought it was big money to buy a JPEG, because before I used to do screenshots, like maybe you do today. And I said, if I like an image, I just save it on my computer. And then Nifty Gateway told me that I was the owner, the only owner of that image. And they told us that it was on the blockchain. And I said, wow, this is amazing. I want to know more about that. And I thought the best way to know more about that was to sell my own art as NFTs. So I took my computer, I took my Photoshop software that I really used to, and I did some digital art. Both still art like that, images, and I've done also some moving images like videos. And I've sold them on a website which is called Marketplace, actually. It's called Rarible. And I've sold them for big cryptocurrency, big money, as we say. And I've sold a lot of artworks, and in February, I became top seller of NFTs. So I said, all right, what's going on with me? What's going on? So I've earned some ETH, which is Ether, which is the cryptocurrency of a blockchain called Ethereum. By the way, on Rarible, most of my buyers were artists also. So between artists, we buy art, and this was actually the first market of NFTs. So I've read about Ethereum, which is, as you know, a blockchain. Very different from the very first blockchain, which is Bitcoin, right? Which is the first blockchain. Ethereum is a blockchain for applications, basically for software, for use cases. And NFTs are a perfect use case on the blockchain Ethereum. And the piece of software that runs in the blockchain is called smart contract. Actually, the word is not good because it's not a contract and it's not smart. It's just a software that automatically decides whether, automatic information. Like, for example, the easiest smart contract on NFTs is I want to sell this JPEG for 1 ETH, and if you send me 1 ETH, the software sends you the image, so it's automatic. And when you create a smart contract, you create a token, a token that we call non-fungible, a non-fungible token, NFT, which is the acronym here. I think the acronym will stay, but the definition will go away, I hope, because non-fungible token is horrible to say. Why is it non-fungible? Because it's unique. Something fungible is replaceable, like my 20 euro bill in my pocket is the same as your 20 euro bill. We can exchange it, no problem. But my artwork is not the same as the artwork you have at home. So my artwork is unique. This is why my token is unique and non-fungible. When they invented that in 2016, 2017, they said, how can we tell the world that we've created something crazy? So these engineers here, called Larva Labs, it's geeks. They've created images. Maybe you've heard of CryptoPunks. And they've created 10,000 images. Actually, they created the algorithm that created these images because it's automatic creation. This is why it's not really art, it's a creation. It's 10,000 people like that in pixel art. And this is, an allusion to pixel art in the 80s. And at the beginning, CryptoPunks were given away because nobody cared, And then 2 or 3 years later, like in 2020, right during the lockdowns, people started getting interested in CryptoPunks, so they bought it. And they bought, you have males, you have females, you have aliens. All these are, sometimes you have characteristics that are very rare. And it was so popular that one day Christie's sold CryptoPunks for $9 million. So something happened there. And people said, why would you buy images, little pixelated images, with so much money, And then I've checked, also Christie sold an artist called Beeple, $69 million. But the press didn't tell you more about that JPEG. They just say, well, a JPEG went for 69 million. This is such a crazy world. What they didn't tell you is that Beeple has been working for 13 years, from 2007 to today. He's created an image every single day for 13 years. That's 5,000 images. And these 5,000 unique images, unique pieces of work, have been aggregated in one JPEG, which is there. And this is what the buyers bought. He bought 13 years of the life of Beeple, aka Mike Winkelmann. So the big phenomenon you've read about is these apes, these monkeys, as the press used to say. So what is happening with that? So they're not called monkeys, they're called Bored Ape Yacht Club. So here they forgot to tell you that it's a club. When you buy a Bored Ape, you enter the club, you enter the community. These apes are like CryptoPunks. They're made in a series of 10,000. You will find more and more 10,000 series in collectibles. They're all different. They all look the same, quite the same, but they're all different. As the punks, they have certain characteristics, very unique, sometimes very rare, which makes the price move up and down, depending on rarity. The magic of Bored Apes is that for the first time, these people said when you buy a Bored Ape, you buy the image that goes with it. You have full ownership of the image, meaning you can do t-shirts, you can do mugs, you can do movies, you can do restaurants. So this guy there, he bought a Bored Ape and he did a restaurant. And some people are thinking about, some Bored Ape owners are signing with Hollywood studios to make a movie about the Bored Apes. And then when you open your restaurant, you only give access to people who have a Bored Ape, who are part of your community, who are part of the club. So to enter the restaurant, you need to show your iPhone and say, check, I have the NFT of the Bored Ape. I can come in. It's a very exclusive club. Then fire went on that collection. Rolling Stone magazine put the Bored Ape on front cover, and then Justin Bieber bought one, Eminem bought one, Madonna now, etc., etc. Many artists have a Bored Ape now because they want to be part of the club. When you have a Bored Ape, you send a signal to the community, a signal of uniqueness. You see here like a symbol of status. This is an advertising for a big watch company. And now the watch is making collabs with Bored Apes. People say that maybe in a few years, if you want to show social status, instead of having a nice Rolex, you should show a nice NFT. It will be more important maybe. So I've got my ETH and I've got my NFTs, but where are they? They're hopefully not on my computer, because your computer, your cell phone can be hacked very easily. Hopefully, all your digital assets will never be on your computer. They will be always and forever on the blockchain. Thank God, it's the blockchain that is secure. The only way you can access your assets is through a key. And this key is your private key. It doesn't look like that in the blockchain world. Your key looks like a wallet. This is my MetaMask wallet. It's on my Chrome browser. So it's just a piece of software. It's a free software that you add on your browser. And then you can see your cryptocurrency. And when you connect it to OpenSea, for example, you see your assets. You see your NFTs. Here are my images. But later on, in your wallet, you will have your identity papers. You will have your driving license, you will have your diplomas, you will have all your private assets in your privately, securely on your wallet. The galaxy of NFT is huge already. In 2 years, it has been crazy. NFTs are all over art, we've seen it. It's all over split assets. When you have expensive assets, you can split them in NFTs. It's all over logistics. You can stick an NFT in the parcels that fly over the world, you know. NFTs, of course, in gaming and metaverse. NFTs in utility, like DIO votes. Also NFTs in domain names like .eth, which is a domain name on Ethereum. It's like the .com. And you have NFTs in social token. In metaverse, which is the next big revolution that's going to start next year. You know, Facebook changed its name on Meta because of metaverse. Metaverse, you're going to experience it today. You need like a helmet like this, like an Oculus Quest. And with this, you can meet other people, other workers or your colleagues in digital rooms. This is called workrooms. It's from Facebook. And it works very well, and you have a lot of recruitment here. So that's going to be your next meeting format, beginning of this year or next year. You'll meet here. And you will need an avatar. How is going to be your avatar? Looking exactly like you, or looking like something else or someone else? And when you have an avatar, if I go back here, you may think, well, for this next meeting, I don't want a red shirt. I want a black shirt. So you're going to buy a digital black shirt, maybe for €1. But you say, €1, I don't care. I buy it because I want to look good in my next meeting. And then your colleague will see your shirt, your black shirt, and say, hey, you have a cool shirt. I want to buy it from you. So he's going to buy your NFT. Your shirt will be an NFT. It will be certified by the NFT. So it's going to look like you, and this is breaking news. Oh, I forgot to put the slide. The breaking news is that Facebook, Meta, announced yesterday that they're launching a new collection of avatars for workrooms. Avatars made by Balenciaga and other very nice brands. So that's it. It's going now. Don't think it's going to be in 10 years. Because the Quest, the helmet is very heavy today, but at the end of the year, Apple Glass will arrive. And Apple Glass is like, you know, my regular spectacles. It will be like this. You will have your correcting lenses on the Apple Glass, and then you put it on, and you will see digital universe in front of you, in front of your reality. It's called augmented reality. And you will have avatars of people, etc., etc. So it's coming faster than you imagine. I think the revolution globally will be avatar age. This is like a screen capture from a conference held by Sotheby's. And as you see, people now don't appear with their pictures, maybe 2 of them. The others appear with profile pictures, which are inspired by their NFT bought as collectibles, you know, CryptoPunks, Bored Ape, etc. And on Twitter, I don't know if you've noticed, when you have an avatar, it's on the round circle like this. But when you have an NFT as a profile picture, it's a pentagon like that. And when you click on the pentagon, you see the NFT details here with the smart contract appearing here. And this is the proof of your ownership of the image. Why do you do that on Twitter? To send a message to the community. You're telling the community that you understand NFTs, that you have the money to buy it, that you're inside the community, and that you interact with the community. When you check the contract number, the NFT number, you go to Etherscan, which is a website, it's just a simple website, and you type in the token address of the NFT, and you see all the history of the NFT. Who bought it first? Who sold it? At what price? When? So you have all the history of the NFT. This is crazy. Okay? Maybe difficult for you to read that today, but just look at it for a few days and then you'll be used to it. Just to show you that the blockchain is transparent. The blockchain is an open book. Anyone can check who bought what and who owns what. Social tokens are a big thing now. It means that with, like I told you, with a Bored Ape, you can enter the restaurant. With a social token, you can enter big conventions, like, you know, Gary Vee, the entrepreneur, very famous. He made a conference last month, like in a stadium. And you could only enter the stadium if you show your NFT on your iPhone. This is what we call social token. So you are part of the community, but you need the NFT to be part of that. Next big thing is tokenization of assets. For diamonds, for example, if you read analysis, you see that half of the people buying diamonds don't buy it for jewelry. They buy it for investment. So companies now say, why don't we tokenize the diamonds? So we keep it in a safe box, and we issue NFTs or tokens if you want. And then you can buy a fraction of the diamond. Works well with real estate. You have a company called Realty in America, but you can buy it from Europe. So they buy buildings in Chicago, and then they sell you tokens for $50. And for $50, you own a part of the apartment here. But it's a real apartment with real people living in it, and they pay a real rent. So you have a fraction of the token. You have the token. You have a fraction of the apartment. So you get the fraction of the rent. You can tokenize the Constitution of the United States, which is worth 2 million euros. Token is $25. Big thing, big revolution in the NFT is the royalties. In the smart contract, in the NFT, you can decide to gain royalty every time your token, every time your NFT is sold and resold and resold, you get royalty. Like on my NFT, I put 10%. So I sell it to the buyer, then the buyer resell it for a certain price, I get 10%. Then he sell it again, I get 10% over and over and over again. This is good for me, the artist. This is good for companies. Companies can take royalty, give to charity. Creators can also gain money as long as their career goes up, you know. This is a big revolution. You can buy, of course, sneakers. This is a company called Artifact that has been bought by Nike. Nike right away bought this young company creating shoes, digital shoes that you can see in augmented reality with your phone, and that you get also in NFT that you can resell, etc. Big stores are in the metaverse now, in digital worlds. The store is digital, and the wearables are digital also. Big brands are into gamification. They make deals with Roblox or Minecraft or whatever, and they make good deals because they want to enter this community. Gaming is a huge industry. Gaming is one of the biggest industry. 3 billion people are gamers. So that's why big brands get into that. Carrefour, the supermarket, they bought land. This is how you enter the metaverse. You buy a piece of land, and then you decide to build like a house or supermarket, or you can also make recruitment. That's what Carrefour is doing in the metaverse. They recruit people. The car industry also put NFTs in the car to trace all the pieces of the car. So this is impacting every single industry, little by little. Because the NFT is the only thing that we missed in the digital world, to prove that we are owner of something and to trace the digital objects in the world. One last thing, question I have always, how you can enjoy digital art. You can use this. This is when I sell an NFT, I send also a physical piece like that. So you see, digital is not opposed to physical. Digital will complement the physical world. Thank you very much.